Hello there guys, Francis Gray here and welcome back to another Plants vs Zombies chess set build. And in today's video we're going to be making the iconic pawns. I'll see you after this. Okay guys, so today we're going to be making the pawns. Now obviously there's 8 of these little guys. And I need them to be smaller than the other set so they're not like towering over some of the other characters that we've made. So looking at the roster of different plants from the game to use, what character would be better than using the walnuts or the little nutmen? I forgot what to call them now. So those guys would be absolutely perfect for pawns. Because obviously in the game you plant them in the foreground, so to speak, and they're your first line of defence against the zombie horde. And those poor little cute guys get chomped upon by the zombies, and then they basically buy you time for you to up your defences. So perfect candidates for pawns. So hope you enjoy this build or these builds. And this should be a good one. So sit back and enjoy, and I will see you at the end. Okay guys, so welcome back to a brand new build. So much like the others, I went onto my favourite website, thingiverse.com, and then I typed in Plants vs Zombies or PVZ, and this little guy turned up, and I thought, what better perfect candidate than for a pawn. So this was originally uploaded by a user called Pine Dot, and after downloading the file, I then put it into my editing software, which is a software called Matter Control. And as you can see here, this little fella will work great. So I went ahead and shrunk him down to the same size that I know he'll fit on the pawn chess base that I previously made before we started making the pawns. And now that we know how big it is and that it would fit in place for the next stage, let's go over into the slicing software and set these bad boys out. Okay, so here we have all 8 in 2 rows of 4. And now that we've got these all set up, let's go ahead and start printing.
Soon after.
Okay guys, so here they all are, all printed off, all 8 of the plant pawns. So printed off in 2 stages, so you've got the pawn itself and then you've got the base. So in the game I believe I think there's 2 versions, there might be more actually. There's 2 versions of this. So you've got the normal walnuts, which are the cute little guys that you get first. And then I believe you can upgrade to what they call a tall nut, which is like a more heavy, hard, more durable version of the same thing. So these guys are perfect for the pawns. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean up all the supports where the printer printed the supports to print the eyes and whatnot. The rest of it just needs a quick little once over with a file, but for the most part they're all ready to go. So printed all off in one piece, so there's nothing to assemble, nothing to build. I just need to take these off, give it a clean, and then we can super glue them to the base. Okay, let's crack on with that. There you go guys, is that not the cutest pawn you've ever seen in your life? So yes, I'm going to go ahead and do the same on all 8, and then we'll get to the next stage.
One eternity later.
Okay guys, so here they all are, all cleaned up and ready for some grey prime. So let's get to the spray booth. So nothing too special here, just a regular everyday grey primer that you can get from any good hobby stores. So I'm just going to go around and make sure I get into all the nooks and crannies on all the surfaces, a complete 360 round, and once that is dried we can then pop them on the side and do the underside, because we don't want to forget about that. And then once those are dried, I went ahead and did the exact same with the last 4, and then all that's left to do is to let these bad boys dry.
One nap later.
So after getting these back in the house and inspecting them a little bit more, there was some ley lines still showing through. So after a good scrub with some files, we for the next stage we need to go ahead and smooth this down. So I'm going to go in with some UV resin and an old brush that I'm not bothered about anymore. I'm going to go ahead and give this a whole coat of UV resin, and then once it is applied, we can go ahead and put it in the curing station. Okay, so it's going to take me a while to do all 8 of these, but this is the best way to do it. So Operation Sunshine is a go go go. So now that these are all looking a lot more smoother, for the next stage I'm going to go in with a matte white primer. And we're going to go ahead and same again, we're going to coat all sides of these little cute walnuts.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, so now that all these guys have been given a nice coat of white prime, let's go ahead and paint them all up.
Yay, lovely jubbly!
Okay, let's start things off with some light brown from Model Air. And now I'm going to start painting the base with, yes you guessed it, some sick green from Game Colour. And now I'm going to go in with some dark flesh from Model Colour, and I'm going to go over and give a light one-over coat over all of the skin on the walnut, and this will just basically lighten up all the main surface details. Okay guys, we're at the halfway point roughly, and I just wanted to say if you're enjoying this video, please slap that like button, and if you want to be a really awesome viewer, why not hit the subscribe button, because you really don't want to miss out on future builds that we've got in the pipeline, and we have got some cool stuff coming up. So, back to the video. And for the next part I'm going to go in with some livery green, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint the inside of the chest piece. And while the livery green is still out, I'm going to go in with a thick stipple brush, and I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of dry brushing over the edge highlights of the chest base, just like we did in all the other builds for this chest set. Just goes a long way to add definition to the base.
No way!
Yes way!
So So for the next part I'm going to go in with a brown watercolour, so nothing too fancy here, just one of those cheap sets that you can get for kids in most general arts and crafts stores. And yeah, basically this just works as a wash, so I just place it on everywhere and then I can lightly dab away the excess, and then it basically just stains the outside and gets into all the nooks and crannies, and he's starting to look a lot more like a walnut now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now I'm going to go in with some black acrylic paint, and I'm going to go ahead and paint around the eyes, the eye pupils, the eyebrows, the mouth, and then we can get to the bottom of the logo as well. So now that most of the blacks are done, for the next stage I went around with a small ruler and a pencil, and I mapped out just like a basic box around the pawn logo. I did this with all the other builds, but I didn't really go into depth showing you how to do it. Nothing much to it, it was just a ruler and a pencil, and I just marked out like a millimetre on either side and then just made a box, and then just got the same black acrylic paint and then just took me time to paint in the lines, and then that's how you get a nice frame around the logo.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And now in with a little bit more of dead white from Game Colour, and we're going to go ahead and just top up some of the whites, mainly the eyes, and obviously a little bit of white on the pawn icon logo. And now in with some very watered down black acrylic, and we're going to go ahead and paint that loopy in and out design that shows the centre groove of the walnut, basically where you open it up. And once that had dried, it was now time to go ahead and seal it all with some, yes you guessed it, some gloss varnish in the spray booth.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Alright.
And once that was left a couple of hours to fully dry, for the next stage we need to go ahead and add the green felt like we did with all the others. So same again, just regular everyday PVA glue and a bit of pre-cut felt, and then take my time to spread it onto the bottom of the walnut base, spread it around with my finger, and then just gently dab it into place, push it down so it gets a bit of pressure on it, and then just leave it to dry overnight.
8 hours later.
And now that that is fully dried, all that's left to do now is to go in with some sharp scissors, take me time to gently cut away all the excess, leave it all nice and trim, and do that times another 7, God help me, and we can go ahead and say this is finished. Okay guys, let's go ahead and add him and all his brothers to the chessboard. Okay guys, so that makes the last of the plants, so you know what that means.
The zombies are coming.
Okay, I guess they are coming. Yay! Something to look forward to, zombies. Well, I hope you enjoyed the walnut build. If you have, please slap that like button and share on Facebook and X or any other social medias, because it helps new people find the channel, which I'm really appreciative. Thank you for any help. If you have any comments, comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future builds. And if you want to be a really awesome viewer, please check out my Patreon page, where with your help you can do these videos full time rather than part time, which means a lot more work for me and a lot more content for you guys. So yeah, zombies. Okay, I'll see you in the next build. If you like the content that I'm making, you'd like to support my work, here is a few links in the description, but only if you can afford it, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.